Before we get started, I wanted to let y'all know I'm giving away this extra Gundam shield that I made from my last build, just as a thank you for all your comments and support. All you need to do is leave a comment on this video and I'll pick a random winner on my next one. You don't even need to subscribe. The only catch is, unfortunately, due to shipping, it'll have to be limited to the United States. But don't worry, next time I'll have more stuff to give away internationally. In my last video, I briefly mentioned that I wanted to make a beam saber for my 6-foot Gundam. Since I redesigned the original beam saber last time, I can modify my model to incorporate the electronics, because not lighting it up would be a crime. When designing things with electronics, I personally like to have all non-printed components in hand, just so I can physically measure them and guarantee that they fit. All I'm using is a 5-volt rechargeable battery, a basic switch, and cob LEDs. This is how it will all wire together. You can see that I went with a very simple circuit. Since it's just a display piece, I don't need any extra electronics for sounds or lighting animations. All the links to the stuff that I used are in the description. The first thing I did was hollow out the handle, making sure the battery will fit inside using the dimensions I measured earlier. Then I added a cap using a twist and lock design so I can remove the battery to charge it. For the blade, I revolved the profile 360 degrees into a solid model since I was planning on using vase mode. Of course, it needed that iconic bulb at the end of the base, just like the Gunpla kits. From testing, I found that single wall is more than strong enough and thin enough to diffuse the light properly throughout the blade. I also created this inner core which the LEDs will stick to. It's nothing special except a curve on the tip for the LED strip to follow so I get even lighting at the end. And finally, I added this disc that will hold the LED core in the exact center. This is important because if the LED core droops even a little bit, you'll get uneven lighting throughout the blade. For printing, I used my Bamboo X1C for the handle pieces and the Orange Storm Giga for the larger pieces. The blade itself is just short of 1 meter, so it fits on the Orange Storm Giga, but another problem was the tall and thin nature of the print. Near the second half of the print, it would just wobble too much even with a stationary bed. I tried other thicknesses and speeds, but I just couldn't beat physics. So I ended up printing the blade in 2 different pieces and gluing them together later. It actually turned out really well because you can't even see the seam line. For the core that holds the LEDs, I attached a strip on each of the 4 sides and soldered them in parallel. Here's how it looks with the light on. Towards the center of the blade, the core still droops a little bit, so I printed these discs that will help center it. I made it 1 layer thick at the ends and printed it in clear PETG so it doesn't interfere with the lighting. Then I wired up the switch and glued on the cover. Next goes in the battery, the bottom LED holder, the blade, and the battery cover. You might notice that the LED is shining through the PLA at the top of the handle, which I'll address later. Then I attach the tip of the blade by dipping it into some glue and placing it into position. Okay, so the next part was a bit of a challenge. In order to get the Gundam to hold the beam saber, I needed to print out another hand that's specifically designed to fit the beam saber. So I split up the existing part to open up the fingers a bit so it would fit the handle. I also split and rearranged the thumb so it'll look more natural. Then I used Bamboo Slicer's Add Negative Part feature to subtract the handle profile from the hand. Now, I wanted the beam saber to be removable, so I needed to figure out how to do that. With the current design, the handle won't be able to slide into the hand just like this, since it's wider at the ends than in the center. So my solution was to split half of the hand so I can separate it, put in the beam saber handle, and then reattach it. I also added some holes for magnets so it will all snap into place. After printing these parts, I did a test fit, and once I confirmed the fitment, I can glue in the magnets. The grip strength from the magnets ended up being way too weak to hold up the saber, so I kind of just melted some threaded inserts through the back of the hand and secured them with some long bolts. That seemed to do the trick. It's pretty messy on the back of the hand, but luckily this will all be covered up by the armor. Now to address that light leak. My solution was to just print out these shells and glue them over the handle. It doesn't completely fix the problem, but I think it's still pretty cool to have some light showing through the handle, just not the infill pattern. Before the reveal, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in supporting me further and making more giant things like 1/10 scale Gundams, I left a link to my Patreon in the description below. I'm thinking this is where I'll release any extra files that I designed for these builds and other behind the scenes content.